Yes, welcome to the Arsenal Stand, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Mr. Laughter, and we are here back again. If you are a member, you already know what we always do here. If you're not, what you can do to support the channel is just to subscribe and like and hype at the end of the stream as well. So as you guys already know, every single day we come here to talk about Arsenal and what they have for the weekend. As you guys know, we are having a massive game coming up that is in a few hours anyway. It's already Saturday, guys. Weekend, massive game coming up. And we want to talk about that in a second and in a few minutes. And we will develop and look at certain things that are important in this particular game because it's a massive game. We need these 3 points, man. We need it so we can stay on par with the Premier League demand, because the moment now is just what we call the squeaky bum moment, and we need it to be on top. We need these players to be on top of every single ball that they're going to play in this particular match. And Fulham, guys, we are going to look at Fulham into detail and look at Arsenal into detail and look at some of the key things. I believe if we do it well and if we concentrate on those things, potentially we will go and win the match. I have seen a lot of games we have played in the recent seasons. Any game that we play in the middle of the Champions League, it's always terrible. It always turns out to be the worst game, and we get beat in most cases. But I don't want to think about that because this is a different season, a different moment, a different atmosphere, and everybody's going to be on it. And we are fighting for the Premier League. At least we have just 4 games left. 4 games. And in these 4 games, guys, if this team cannot stand together really to win just a game at home against Fulham, then we are not ready to win the league. That's how I can put it. Just at the start, like that, guys. I know I started so, I would say so strange for now, but at the end of it all, guys, you already know what we need to do. This team has to show up. This team has to perform. This team has to give us the desire, give us the belief that we want from them, so that we can understand and stand with them and actually be around them and show them love, show them all the support that we have. We have been supporting this team since Mikel Arteta came in. We have been here and we have been playing every single season, 3 years in a row. This is the the fourth year, and we need something, guys. We need something, and there is no other better days than today, than this very moment, to take our points to 6 points and leave it so that Manchester City can go under pressure. If we don't win this, guys, it is going to be a big blow, because we don't need any draw, we don't need anything less than a win. And that is what we are here for. And we're going to discuss that. How can we make, that point of view where we will, win this and actually put pressure on Manchester City, because we need this win. I personally think this is one of the biggest game of the season, because going 6 points, guys, 6 points against Manchester City, and we know what Manchester City is going to do. They're going to Everton, that has been very, very difficult to beat in most cases. I know at home their form hasn't been great, but they are there to at least help. And the history is Mikel Arteta has been, Mikel Arteta has been with Everton. Can Everton do us a favor? Can Everton, at least on Monday, try to help their captain, Mikel Arteta, to get something out of Manchester City? If that cannot really energize Everton to support us and give us the, we don't have to rely on them. But like, just the history of Mikel and David Moyes, that friendship, that player coach relationship. Please do something for us, Moyes, because we we are hanging on on a thread. But we have to first do our job today, get it done, get the 6 points in the bag, and we shall see. I see already somebody. Laziz, man, thanks for joining, man. Thanks, shalom, shalom. Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. The question we have for today is, who would you start? Who would you start in your starting 11? Who are the players that you think would actually be ideal to start this game, knowing that we have the Champions League coming on Tuesday? So let me know your predicted lineup as well, and let me know your prediction as well for the game against Arsenal against Fulham. And the other thing is, let me know your comment and anything that you have concerning this particular game, your fears, your your happiness, whatever you have in your mind, put it out in the comment. I will go over them right now and everything. We shall also go and look at some the key things that Mikel Arteta talked in his press conference. He always waffles, but the key thing of head that I've seen, I've read is Duran Timber and Kai Havertz are unavailable. So we will not see them in this particular game. That's a straight fact that he already said. And I like the way Mikel has actually turned out to be at the few, looking at the few press conferences that he has had this few, since we started this league phase. He call it League One now. Now it's game two. So since we have started this level of like 5 games, I feel like he has been a little bit more honest with himself, and he has actually been giving us the reality that we need. Talking about the players who are not going to be available, players that will be available. At least he is now trying and giving us all those honesty that we were thinking he was trying to take it away from the fans, because the fans need something. You have to go to games and know who is going to play, which is part of football. I mean, he was denying people to understand. Oh, every time, oh, we are gonna have another training. He did say that anyway, but at least he gave us that. Julian and Kai is not gonna be available, which I totally knew they wouldn't. But I don't know what is wrong with Timber, man. Timber has almost stayed out for a month, man. What is going on? Well, like, what is going on with this man? He's even gonna play World Cup. What is going on? Games after games is not available, and we need Timberman. We need for us to really, really, really to perform well and win Champions League or maybe even win Premier League. Timber has to come back. I don't trust Ben White. I don't trust Ben White in any way at this point. The way these guys are stand back, from his injury is not ideal. The way he's not even defending, man. He's not giving, all the, all I would say ticking all the boxes that we knew he could do. Those days when White used to play football like before he got injured, he was very very good going forward, defending, and now I mean. We need Timber back, but we need Timber back. I don't know what you think about it. If we need to win this league and win Champions League, we need Jury and Timber back to help and support us really, really in this particular round. Because without him, I think we are doomed, in my opinion. We need this. We need him. We need him. We need him. Please, Mikel, get everything sorted so that Timber can come back, because I am really, really frustrated with Mikel not really giving us anything to do with Timber, because look at man, since Carabao Cup up to now, he hasn't featured in anything. But you see him walking around the Emirates, talking with people, having chats around, but we don't see him actually doing anything on the pitch. I don't know, but we will see. But Timber needs to return at least to help us in the back. That's just my point of view. But Mikel said, Timber is not going to be available, and of course, the main man that is what is his name, Kai, of course he is not going to be available in any way. So those are the two like promising messages that he actually said about players. In other words, Odegaard in the in at least on a good note, I would say he's gonna be available from what he said. So I mean, he had a knock in the game that we played last time. So it's good that he's returning. It's good that he's coming back, and yeah, we appreciate. At least I know people don't like what Odegaard has done, and a few times I many people criticizing him, but we need him, man. We need everybody available. If I would choose, man, to have all my players available for these 4 games left, I would really, really appreciate every single player. Even if you don't play regularly or you don't even, come in at any point, I would love to have all my players available to go for this fight because we need this fight, man. We have to at least go on and win this league by crook or hook, by hook or crook, whatever means. We have to do that, guys. That is a little bit of information about players that are not going to be surfacing, against that is Fulham. Now, the big thing is the big thing is Mikel Arteta has a game in his hand to take to the next step. And the next step that we are going to look at today is 6 solid points before Manchester City play on Monday. How big of a match is this one to you? How big of a moment would this be if we are to go 6 points ahead? It means nothing if Manchester City win both of their games. We get back to goal differences. And how big would this be if we score 3, 4 goals? Because we need all those goals. We need all the performances. We need average single chains to be chained together or brought together, or every single bit of this football team has to come together to win this particular match. I don't care if we play in the Champions League or you're tired or what. We need to get the 6 points in the bag. Reason being, Manchester City has really two tough games. Two tough games that I believe if we win 6 points, that is enough pressure for Manchester City to go on and try to battle the game and win their football. And if we by mistake happen to lose even a single game or even draw a single game at the Emirates, it will be all done and dusted. That's just what I know. It will be all done and dusted. There is no way we are losing against Fulham and maybe drawing against Fulham and think we are still in for the title race. Take that off your mind, Mikel. Take that off your mind, any person who is supporting us. Now, as we know, Monday is going to be the game that Manchester City will play against Everton, which is, a very big game for Manchester City. Then the next game that Manchester City will have, that would be against Brentford. That is the next one. And unless if they reschedule it, that is going to be against Brentford, and Manchester City will play Crystal Palace on Wednesday. That means they might go ahead of us if they have won all of their games after winning that. Um, Probably not. Yeah, they might go ahead of us, and then they're gonna play. The next game would be Bournemouth. That is May 19th, and then their last game is against Aston Villa. I mean, second last game is against Aston Villa, and the last game they will play. Which team is the last team that Manchester City is playing? Which is going to be that is May 24th. May 24th, that's when they're going to play Aston Villa. That's the last game actually for them. So they still have some big games. We know Aston Villa is actually playing in the Europa League, which is going to kind of affect certain things in the game, but they have really tough fixtures. Arsenal kind of have a softer, like on paper, they are softer fixtures in my opinion. But don't discount any team in the Premier League. Even Burnley, that people think we might score so many goals, it might not be. I know Leeds today beat, yesterday really beat, Burnley 3-1, but Leeds have the intensity. They play only once a week. Arsenal doesn't have that intensity. Mikel Arteta said today the game that he watched against Bayern Munich and PSG was one of the biggest game he has seen. Exciting. Of course, when you look at those teams, the way they approach the game and the quality that they have in the team and the amount of games they played, in his explanations, is totally different because the Premier League teams play a ton of games. And if you look at each player in the Bayern Munich and even PSG team, you can actually see that they haven't really had so many games because they don't have so many games like England. England, we struggle for 4 trophies. In some countries, it's only 3. And they also have a winter break. And Arsenal, I don't think we even have winter break. There was a period where we used to have like 2 weeks off or stuff. We did have that, but like it doesn't really change anything. If you go further in all the competitions, your players are going to be so tired because they keep playing every single moment till the end of of the season, which is difficult for a team that is coming from the Premier League to perform at the momentum of Bayern and PSG, because yeah, they haven't, the amount of games they have played is so different, which makes sense to me, because that's the reason why the Premier League teams are actually it makes, I mean, the Premier League teams always get off the Champions League at earlier stage because there are so many games that they play, and we don't win Champions League many times because of that. Because at the end of the season, you are so tired you can't even go and play anything. Your players are all knackered. Your players are all not going in for any. They're totally down. So that's the reason why I feel like Premier League has to come in and at least try to strategize and give ways, or even they have to cancel certain games. If Carabao Cup needs to be cancelled, they just get it off. If FA is not there, I know people love FA Cup. I mean, we could maintain it, but like, how can we space the game for bigger clubs who are going all the way in FA? Look at Manchester City now. There's a lot of fixtures for them, to play within a few minutes, a few days or so. It's a lot of turnaround. It's just short turnaround for every single team. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. I realize that. Sometimes we don't think about it, but that shouldn't be an excuse anyway. It shouldn't be an excuse, for you to go on and win. Every team, Fulham has been playing once a week for I mean, how long I don't know, but like Arsenal has played against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday. Now they're playing on Saturday because they have another game on Tuesday. So those shots turn around. We have to kind of maneuver through and build it. Get everything in shape and see how we can build our momentum around those games, because I feel like sometimes the more you play together, you get the momentum. But if you're tired, and the challenge is also BKL doesn't rotate the players, so it's not only on the players. It's not only on the players, being there every day. I know players want to play, but like as a manager, try to rotate and get few minutes from each player, and like oh, no good, Myers there, you play, Calafiori and stuff. Everybody's getting injured here and there, try to balance the team so that at the end of the season, you have something in your bag that, at least keeps you moving on and fighting till the end. Because I saw the game we played against Newcastle, man. All the players at the end of the game, you guys could see like every player falling down, laying down, and like you could see that we are tired. We are tired, everyone. So it is nerve-wracking, I know, but we have to win this game. Now let's look at the game this time. Now, how can we as Arsenal really take this game by the crap of its neck and just win? I don't care if it is 1-0. I take it. If it is beyond 1-0, I take it. I don't want to hear anything to do with draw or loss. Now, what kind of lineup or strategies can Mikel use really in this game to at least get something out of it? Because I believe Fulham has been very, very good, and they have good players though. They really do. Good players. I know. Let's look at their injuries here. I remember looking at there. They said Iwobi is not available. Sessignon may not also be available, but let's see. Fulham injuries at least might give us hope, but you never know. It could be nothing completely to help us with, but because I've seen on his Semenyo not, I mean Sessignon is unavailable for sure. And then what is his name? That is Iwobi is unavailable too. So those are two good players that I believe they have been so good for uh for for Fulham. Then we're saying here is Tom Canton is not available. I don't know who he is actually. I don't know if it's one player that Ryan Taylor is unavailable. Um I mean they have just few players. Tom that is there. Who else is there not available? I mean, they have just Iwobi is unavailable. So I mean, as long as Semenyo, I mean, what is his name? Sesenyo might be available. They're saying he's in. He might have to go do what is doubtful. So hopefully, hopefully he will be Annabelle because that's a very good player for them. And also, you guys know Jimenez, always and always and always have a good game against Arsenal. I don't know why, but this guy on the thumbnail, every single game that we play, he always has, you know, a good game against us. I have not seen any game where this guy doesn't puzzle us, doesn't really, do anything in the game to hurt us. He is always a big game winner against Arsenal. Even the days when he was still in Wolves, like he is always on Arsenal's case, and we have to keep a watch on him because I believe if we are not on our case, this guy will score because I know how good this guy is. He might score, but we have to stay cool and we have to do our best to defend. And you guys already know Fulham has actually been a bogey team for us. There's sometimes they come to the Emirates and they draw against us, and we have lost titles against them. I know sometimes it's just at Craven Cottage when we go to their home. That's when they always like have difficulties. We have difficulties beating them, but like when they come to the Emirates, most times we perform well. And we beat them. But it's still going to be a very very difficult game because I believe these players from Fulham are here to play their game and make a mark. And they're also struggling to go in for what we call Europa. If they might finish sixth, or they might finish fifth, and still they might get Europa or Conference League. So they have something to play for. We can't just play poorly and thinking they might give up and not perform. They're also fighting for something at the end of the season. Like this, every single game matters to me. Every single game matters because we need it. Like we need to perform to the best. If we are able to go on and win this, it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Now, tactically, Mikel, I believe this game needs a very, very good midfield. And the midfield that I want to have in this game, as I go in for my predicted 11, I think I'm going to change things around because I need to have an eye on the Champions League as well. I am not going to change everything completely, but I believe if we can have a little bit of a rest for either Declan Rice or Zubimendi, or even let them just play on the first half and then put in, the like of Luis Kelly and Noga to finish the game. I think this game suits Skelly. This game suits No Good. If they can even start for me, I think it's not a bad idea because right now we are going in for two trophies. We have to try to balance both of our teams so that we can at least get something from both. Because the quarterfinals is a big game, and this game is also a very, very big one, and we need to perform in it. So now, in the defense, of course, I will keep the same, but I think I might rest in Capia because this guy has just returned from injury and he has been immense. But I think in this game against Fulham, if Calafiori is fit, I will start Calafiori because at least he would give us also some age. I know his defending is horrendous, but I think we can still give him a chance, and he plays well sometimes when he's on his best, or he does well. So I think I will start Calafira in this particular match right there and then play, in the defense for sure. I will keep, Saliba and Gabriel. And then, like I said, right back, I'm going to go with Mosquera, man. Ben White, please take a break and rest. Take a break. I think Ben White needs a real, real, real rest. He is not on it, man. Giving that penalty away, I think it was so bad. I mean, looking at the game that he played actually in that match also, it wasn't great at all to me. So I think I would start Mosquera. So I would do Mosquera, Gabriel, Saliba, and Calafiori. That would be my defense. Now, when we go to the midfield, I don't want to change. I would even want to rest Declan Rice, man, but I know Mikel will not because he loves to play Declan Rice and Superman in the same game. And this kind of game, I don't think we even need Declan Rice and Superman. At least one of one of them should be out. If I can really imagine, I would do play Skelly up there on the eight, and then probably have Declan Rice as a six, and have Odegaard or maybe Eze up there. But for me, I would go with Eze, Skelly, and Declan Rice. That midfield should be good enough to win this game against Fulham. That would be my midfield, and let me know if you agree with it or not. That would be my midfield. But when you look at up front, I will still maintain Gyökeres. Probably start. Let's say if Eze starts on the wing, I would really do that. But I'm tempting if I can start Eze, Louis Kelly, and Declan Rice. That's my midfield. I would actually do Gabriel Jesus in the wing because at some point Gabriel Jesus used to play in the wing, and there was a game actually he came on to play in the wing, and he did really well. Like he was great. He was doing his passes, antics, and tricks. He's also a fast player, so I would try him since the two wingers on the left, I mean, has been horrendous. Has been so bad. Martinelli and Trossard, man, these guys they need a chance. They need a break. They need either to be sold or take I don't know what wherever Mikel can do for them to take a break and rest. I would actually love Mikel to let them at least rest and not and I mean relieve them from the problem because Martinelli, man, you're a good player, but sometimes, man, this guy never lifts up his head. He is almost like a sheep running, running. Every time, you know how a sheep runs with the head down. That is Martinelli, man. He keeps his head down every single moment. He doesn't look up. He doesn't look up. So that affects his game as well. And Trossard, I don't know the last time this guy has won. I don't know the last time he has even scored a goal. So we need our players to be up for it. We need our players to be on it, and that would be massive. That would be really, really massive for me. So I would start actually in the wing. I would actually go for Gabriel Jesus. I would do Gyökeres, and then for of course I need to start Bukayo. Bukayo needs to get back to form. Like he need to get back to his form before we can play against Atletico Madrid. So I believe this game can suit him. He has come on a few times now, 2 games in a row. So if we can even start, probably take him at the 60 or maybe 65 minutes, something like that. At least he would have had uh, the minutes that we need from him. So I need Bukayo to start this game just to give him some, momentum to go play against Atletico, which is going to be massive for me. I think it's good. Guys, let me know. Let me know. That's my predicted 11, and let me know if you agree with it or not, and give me also your opinion on the game as well because it's going to be a good game. That is my predicted 11. Now, when we go to Mikel Arteta's press conference now, let's look at some of the reactions that we have there. Where is it here? We can take a little bit of look at it and give you an idea of what he actually say in his every word from Mikel Arteta. Let's see here what is every word from Mikel here. I can share there on the screen with you guys. That would be good. Just a little bit of it. We're not gonna like look at every single thing because as always Michael waffles with a lot of stuff, so we're not gonna go all over the things, but we will be in position at least to take a look at a few things that he mentioned that could be important in my view, and then the rest we can actually go on and take a look at it. So let's see what we have in there. Hopefully you're able to see it from there as well. Should be pretty clear a little bit if you want to also take a look at it. So let's see what Mikel says here in his wonderful press conference. The main things, basically, that's the only thing I'm going to focus on. Now, Fulham in the Premier League matches. Mikel Arteta has been speaking with the press ahead of the clash against Fulham in the Premier League at the Emirates. We face what is how do you call it? Cottages in North London, which is we are looking for a chance to extend our lead at the top of the table ahead of a Manchester City trip to Everton. You can read everything here. Let's see on if everyone is okay after the semifinals. I think so. So let's see how everybody is tomorrow morning. Obviously, we can't be able to train much, so tomorrow we'll have the final update on Odegaard, Timber, and Harvertz. Kai, yes, and Jurian will be out. So what? I mean, Odegaard, yes, I guess Kai and we will be out. We already talked about that. Anyway, on Odegaard, let's see. That's what he said. On his emotions after Wednesday, focus on Fulham and anger. I mean, let's say anger would say anger to play, anger to compete, anger to win, anger to be closer to achieving the goal. Mikel, that is your word. We have had fire. We have had bring your lunch. We have had putting TikToks and whatever to motivate. We have had Anfield anthem played. We have had this and this and this. Now we have had again anger. Anger on the pitch. Let's make it work. Anger, anger, anger. So we want to see how hungry you are if you want to win this Premier League, Mikel. We need it. We love it. We want it to be there. So take a chance and do your job, Mikel. And the players as well, please do your job. If you are hungry. So we want to see the anger that he's talking about in this press conference. Hopefully he will deliver. Of course, I believe with what he's saying. Sometimes Mikel tells you things, and another thing turns out to be there. So that is what he's saying. He has hunger and hunger and hunger to win. So let's see if he has the hunger to win. Now, on the overturned penalty against Atletico Madrid, I don't know. I haven't spoken to them in the last few hours, so I don't know. We will deal with that on Monday. Yeah, I mean, please let us know. There's nothing that is going to change anyway. Even if you know, talk to UEFA or wherever on the penalty, there's no way they will actually do it. There was a post last week, actually. I mean, the last few days ago that UEFA was looking at waiting for the referee report so that they can actually penalize Declan Rice for saying that maybe the referee was influenced by the coach, by the fans to change his mind. So hopefully, maybe Declan Rice doesn't get that charge, but we will find out on Monday to see before the game comes if he's gonna get 1 month, but I mean 1 match ban, or it's just gonna be waived. We don't know. So let's see, Mikel. Wait on Monday to see if there's any development on that case. Now, on using Wednesday as fuel for the run in, I think we have enough fuel in the tank. We are playing to win the Premier League, and it's exactly where we want to be. 4 games to go. Let's game two, Mikel. Game two, as always. Let's go. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you are ready, Mikel. Hopefully you're ready, Mikel. On if there is a siege mentality in the squad. We certainly have that, and we need to face any context, any situations to achieve our goal. What happened the other night was extremely disappointing, and we need to make it happen at home now. So that's with the Champions League for sure. We'll get about that, Mikel, on what he sees in his players. Hunger to win. That is it. To compete, to prepare, and to achieve the goal that we set at the start of the season. All right, I have had anger now. Oh, Mikel, don't let this hunger just be a point of no reference at the end. I don't want to come back again tomorrow and talk about meltdown or with the anger word you're putting there. Let's see the hunger on the pitch, Mikel. Let's see it. Now, on his message to the players, let's keep doing what we have done all season and bring that energy, the passion, and together we are going to make it. Hopefully, we will on if it's a test for nerve before the end of the season. Let's not. It's a lot of focus. I mean, a lot of factors. That's something that emotionally, for sure, we have no manage. We have to manage in the right way, but I believe and I would put the emphasis more on showing that desire, that determination, and the anger, and that we will that we have shown all season, and even more because we have only 4 games to play for now, and everything is at stake. So it doesn't get better at that. All right, Mikael, let's see what we were gonna do. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. On scoring goals in the first 15 minutes, I think, yeah, because they said actually Fulham has conceded so many goals in the first 15 minutes and also in the first 15 minutes for the second half. So Mikel has actually been very good at that. That's what they were asking here. The first thought is that they try to prepare and understand what happened in the first half and try to apply it immediately in the second half. There will be a lot of factors, I'm sure, to get those seats, I mean, those stats, and it's very positive. But what we want is throughout every 15 minutes block of games to have the ability to do that. So if we can win and score, I know Arsenal has a record where like they have been scoring so many goals, in the last few minutes of the game. I mean, at the beginning of the first half or at the beginning of the second half, just so much. So they have been really, really, on that. That's why he was actually being asked. They have scored so many goals in that. Now on Fulham season so far, Marco Silva is doing a great and remarkable job. I have said many times, in my opinion, he is one of the best managers in the league, and the way he sets up his teams, what he's done for the club, it's incredible. We know how tough it's going to be tomorrow. Of course, it's going to be tough, Mikel. Every game is a tough game, man. Every game. On carrying the ball forward, yeah, we need to do that. Penetration is one of the words we use the most, and taking players' initiative and making things happen throughout the passes. I mean, through the passes, obviously, it's extremely difficult against a team that is so organized. So we need to find other ways, and that's the kind of thing we are looking for. Find ways, man. Use what is his name? Use Yokere's strength, because I feel like Arsenal hasn't been using Yokere's strength in developing and playing that game really, really well. So use all your players. On Kai Havertz season has been a huge miss. We are talking about one of the most important attacking players we have. Mikael, one of our best attacking midfielder, the donkey. Oh man, donkey, donkey, donkey. He's been out of 7 and 8 months. Unfortunately, he's not been the only one in the long-term injuries. So of course, we know Mikel Merino is one of those players who have been missed. The team has shown an incredible capacity to overcome these kind of scenarios, and still will be very competitive. Let's see, Mikel. Of course, the donkey is not one of the best midfielders we have had, man. That is just a shamble. On the future, the focus right now has to be on availability and performance, and Kai is desperate to be on the pitch as quick as possible. Hopefully, for Atletico, we will be available, and he's pushing every boundary to achieve that. Let's bring that donkey back and we see if it's gonna help. He missed very crucial chances against Manchester City too. I mean, Carabao Cup and in the Premier League, he should have scored. So even if he doesn't return, it doesn't matter to me. On not being able to train much between games, first of all, it's about recovery and clarity. I mean, clarity on what we have to do, and what we expect from the opponent, and especially what we have to do in to take the game where we want it to be, to then win it. When you don't have much time on the pitch, you have to do it in other ways, other methods, a lot of collective messages, and especially a lot of individual meetings to achieve what we want on the pitch. That sounds great. I mean, there's a lot of ways if you can train. It's a quick turnaround. That's great, Mikel. Great, great, great. On Rice dropping deeper. Every opponent has his things, and we believe that in the last game, that was the best way to hurt them. Find space and find time and surprise them with certain movements. In relation to the opponent, we can change that, and having the uh, ver- uh, v- variability and options to do with other midfielders, I think it's something positive for them too. All right, Mikael, on how impressed he is with Rice form. I mean, that one is just unquestionable. Rice has been enormous. Has been big on Rice being in contention for a player of the season. Declan Rice is doing again is crazy. I mean, what Declan Rice is doing again is incredible. To play the amount of games, minutes with the quality that he has shown in every game is something extremely difficult to do, and he's doing it not only this season but the last few seasons that is being with us, and so shown that level of consistency and extremely wherever, man. It's his freedom. Let's just look at that and we'll all be done with these waffles, man. Nothing really much, nothing in this that is captivating. So I think it's part of his character and his unique way of expressing himself inside. None of us shows how he's feeling, but knows how he's feeling, but what is actually transmitting to the world outside is such security, calmness, and composure is every situation in the field. Okay, all right, Miguel, as we know that. Great. There's so many things we can't just look at that, guys. There is nothing interesting other than those few things. How he feels with the nerves. Let's see about the nerves here. I think that's part of my job as well because I know that we are trying to do. I mean, what we're trying to do. I put the right example the other day when we played the short corners as well. We are so convinced of what we have to do and let the players make the decision, especially when they are on the ball. When we are defending and push them into whatever, man. That's waffles. All done. Nothing really interesting. Thank you guys for staying with that waffles in a jiffy. Anyway, nothing really much. But that is what Mikael said. So coming back to the game, what is your prediction, guys? And what is your starting 11? And what are the key things that you want in this particular game? Because I know Fulham is going to be a very difficult game. We have won against Fulham so many times. We have drawn against Fulham so many times. And with the Champions League coming on in the midweek, how should we approach this game? I know Michael already talked about there where you have short corners, or maybe you try to use your midfielders in the right way, use your corners in the right way. So there's going to be a lot of things that Mikel can do to win this game because we know Fulham is a difficult team. Any team that is in London, when they're playing Arsenal, they know the nerves that we have at the Emirates. And it's going to be shocking if we allow Fulham to score first. That's going to be nerve wracking. It's going to be nerve wracking because I believe this team, so they're bound to concede at the Emirates. I don't know why we love to concede at the Emirates. The only game we haven't conceded is just against I think it's against Newcastle last week. In a while, we love to concede at the Emirates most cases every game that we play. So we hope maybe Fulham doesn't score right before we score. If we score first, that would be great. But when we score first, I want us to go on and continue and keep scoring because this scenario where we want to just stay calm and just, leave the dream of defending and not go for it, we don't really need that. It's going to be difficult. It will be difficult for us. It will be difficult for everybody. At the end of it all, I think, Manchester City um, will have to fight back if we get our 6 points. The only thing I need at this game or for this game is 6 points because if we get the 6 points, it's going to be massive, guys. It will be a good point for all of us, and we shall enjoy it. And we will have to wait and watch Everton on Monday with an eagle eye and see what happens. And hopefully Everton can do something for Mikel because Mikel has been at Everton for a while, so they should appreciate him with a trophy. And not that if Everton gets a draw against Manchester City, we take the trophy. We still have to play 2 games left. And at least it would give us 8 man. It would give us at least, but the only biggest game that we have that is going to be very, very difficult in the Arsenal fixtures is West Ham. West Ham is fighting for relegation. They're fighting for survival. They're fighting to stay in the Premier League. And we are going away to their home. That's one game that I believe is gonna be very, very tricky. If we come out with a win against West Ham, totally I know we will get this trophy. We will get the Premier League in the bag. Because that's one game that I'm scared. I'm actually Not looking forward to watching that game because playing against a relegation battle team is not easy. So that's one game that I think maybe even if City gets the draw against Everton, or maybe even they could even beat Everton thoroughly and completely. And the only hope I have is at least Liverpool went there last time and they struggled. They scored in the dying minute, which Manchester City is capable of doing as well. But Everton at home, they have been solid this season, and we can trust them. At least they can do something for us. But also, we need to do our job by winning. If even it doesn't matter if we don't win against Fulham, and Manchester City drop points, it wouldn't mean anything because it will still come down to what we call the goal differences. We don't have to win this league with goal differences. We can win this league with points. That's just what I'm believing. Goal difference will be second in my opinion. I think in these 4 games left, at least one team will lose some points, whether it's 1 or 3 points. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So yeah, let's see what Silva will do for us. Um, at the Emirates. Basically. Um, so let's see here a little bit of what I have in for you guys. This. Why are you coming back there? All right, so guys, let me know in the comment. Guys are not liking. We only have 4 likes, guys. Keep liking the stream, man, and share. And let me know in the comment. Everybody's quiet today. Nobody's chatting, and everybody's quiet. Normal, at least we have. Where is Alex? Where is Wong? Where is what? Everyone is just watching. Nobody's commenting, please, guys. Have your moment and ask your questions. I'm ready to answer questions right now. In the next few minutes left, it will be your show now. I'll give you answers whatever question you have on the channel, and we can get back to it right away. So let's see. Let's type them. Let's type them. Let's type them. Let's type them real quick before we can finish the show. And those ones who are also listening without typing, guys, yeah, keep it really. Appreciate you guys. Some people don't like to type, which is great. But I see now comments coming. Sucker, boom, 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 boom. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Nobody was on the chat, man. I thought everybody has deserted me today. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Welcome, welcome, man. You are the man. You are the man, Sucker. You are the man. You have I've been good, man. I've been good, 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 good. I'm just waiting for this match, man. I'm waiting for this match, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for this game. I hope, man. I hope we can win this game because it's been in my mind, and I dream for this. I dream for these 6 points to be there. I think Manchester City will collapse at some point. The more points we have, man, the better. Like the more points we have in the back, the better we can actually achieve. Because I believe we have lost 9 points, man. And if we can build those 9 points back, even before Manchester City gets to, the level where we always want them to be, I think it will be, at least it will be relieving for me. It will give me more, of a relief in my heart that at least we have some cushion, really, to hang on to. Because at the moment, hanging on to goals that we are scoring. We have been scoring almost no goals, so I don't believe in in goal difference because we may not even score anything. We may not score goals to counterbalance, the goal difference for Manchester City, in my opinion. But so I think getting the points in the bag is way better than just waiting for Manchester City to sleep or even like do something like that. That's what I think, man. I've been good. How about you, man? How about you? Hopefully you're fine. Hopefully the family and everyone is great, man. I've been good. Weekend is coming, and everything should be great. I'm thinking I should do maybe a watch along for this game. Maybe if I have the chance, I will do a watch along for this game because I might have some time. So stay peeled and stay tuned. If I'm gonna do, I will put it actually very very early so I can have that moment to do it. But let's see what will happen as the day goes. But That should be available. If I don't do watch along, then I should actually do a little bit of a reaction for the starting 11 that will come out. That would also be important because if I can do watch along, that would be. I mean, it would be great to do. I haven't done watch along for so long, man. I haven't done watch along for so long, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it, but I need to see. I need to see if I'm available. If not, then like I said, match reaction. We would do that after the game. Maybe that would give us more time, at least, to discuss the aftermath of the game and what actually turned out in the game. Which I believe it should be a win, in my opinion. A win should be a win, and that's the only way. That's the only way we can survive. There's nothing else. I see a comment here from Saka. We have to win, man. I don't care how, brother. Just 3 points. Just that's where I am too, man. That's where I am too. 3 points is all I need. 3 points. Even if it's 1-0, 2-0, wherever goals they can score. I don't care about the goals. I just need the 3 points, Laka. I need the 3 points because that would mean Manchester City has to fight back and get back to the level. And you know how difficult this Premier League is. And everybody's saying, Manchester City is back, back, back. Doing. I've watched Manchester City play against Southampton matches. They have won that game. It was a screamer. It was not like the best performance you could see in the game. And I watched them against, Burnley. They did great. Of course, they created chances, but they couldn't really get more goals. So there is, if Rodri doesn't play, but of course he's going to play because he has rested for long now. I believe he's going to be back. But as long as Everton can go on and just, pressure them, pressure Manchester City, you can score against Manchester City. I think Burnley had a lot of chances really in that particular game. They could have scored. The only thing, they were just very poor. But I think Everton has some really, really good strikers too. So hopefully, Calvert Lewin, wherever. Is he still there at Everton or is he in Leeds? Probably he's already playing for Leeds, I guess. I don't know. Wherever striker they have there, there's I don't even remember any Everton player at the moment. Forgive me. So whatever they can do on Monday. But the only thing is, I want to watch Manchester City game when I know for sure I have 6 points in the bag. That's what I want to be. If I can relax on Monday and watch this guy's game with 6 points in the bag, I'll be more comfortable. There will be less pressure on me. But if we go to this game and watch with a draw, 4 points only, man, we're going to have a serious meltdown when we don't win this game. Guys, be ready for tomorrow's stream. If we don't win, come back and we shall have a serious meltdown. I know Clark always talk about it. I would invite. I know for sure Clark will come because Clark always come when we have not won. Laka, you already know Clark. He comes only when we have not won, and he comes saying, "Oh man, you bottled it. Oh, you bottled it." But when we have won games, he just comes. He doesn't come. Most cases. Big up Clark. He's not on today, but let's see. What are you saying here, Laka? On goal, corner goal, PK, open play doesn't matter to me. 3 points. I am getting a feeling that we win against Fulham and City will drop points at Everton. I hope you're right, man. I hope you are right. I hope you are right. That's all we need. That's all we need. And I mean, whatever way, like I said, even if you can kick the ball with your hand into the net and VR doesn't, record it and we get it. OG has been, our best goal scorer the last few months before last year. I think it was even this year or last year. So if we can get OG, man, that would be great. That would be phenomenal. I would enjoy even if 1-0 on goal, whatever goes. I need 3 points, like you said. The only thing I am in for this week and this game is 3 points. Get me the 3 points in the bag, and we just chill and wait for Manchester City. Either they drop the points or not, I don't care, but I need 6 points in the bag. That's for me. I'm on the same page with you, Laka. He's playing for Leeds. Leeds he scored today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't actually watch the recap yet. I might have to go watch. But yeah, I think yeah, Calvert Lewin has already gone to Leeds. I think I remember that. So which striker is there now at Everton then? Let me see Everton lineup actually. Uh, they should they have really good players there? I don't remember the last time we played them. Everton next game. Let's see. Um, I mean, I don't even have to worry about that. It is what it is. So whatever they do, I mean, I don't care about whatever they do. We will know that we will know the name of the player if they score. We will know the striker there. There's that big guy. I forget his name. We will know the striker if they score and beat Manchester City there. So that's what I think would be more ideal. But Everton, if they're able to do something for us, that would be wonderful. But if they don't, it's not a problem. I just need the 3 points, like you said. We need to get these 3 points in the bag, and that would be important for us to kick start and move on and move on. But anyway, Laka, what would be your starting 11? I already gave my starting. I don't know whether you were there. I gave my starting 11 already. I'm gonna start Calafiori in this game and start Mosquera in the defense, and in the midfield, I'm gonna switch. I will start Rice, Lewis Kelly, and uh, Eze. And then up front, I'm going to start Gabriel Jesus, Gyökeres, and then what is his name? Bukayo Saka. That was my starting 11. So I don't know if you agree with that because I think I have to also keep an eye on the game, on Tuesday as well. So the reason why I'm starting all those players, at least we would have rested Nkapi, would have rested maybe White if he's going to come back and play much as he has had shambolic performance, horrendous performance, but we can keep him a little bit safe as well. And also, Saka can play for 60 and so something minutes, and then we take him off. We bring in Noni. Noni can take finish, and also as a taken off, we can bring in, no good, or maybe bring in Odegaard back in just since he's not feeling well yet. So that's the reasoning behind for me for that starting 11. But I know Mikel will not go with that, but if he goes with that, at least maybe he would play both Odegaard and Eze again, like he did last time. So let's see what will happen. But I think it would be um, a good, um, a good starting 11 for me, in my opinion. So I think Zubi needs to come forward more. I thought Zubi would be like Rice initially. Should get some colors in the box for aiders and through balls, and right now he is more of a holding player. I think Zubi. I mean, the last game actually, Mikel played him a little bit higher, replacing Declan Rice up in the left eight, which I guess he tried. I mean, he played fairly okay, but he was still drifting back again, like defending. He thought maybe they're switching in between, but I think Zubi up is a little bit. I mean, I think it's way better compared to him being in the defense at the moment. I think he's so tired, man. He has played so many games. That's why he cannot really run. So I think having him up, number eight, you know, helps him at least. At least, I mean, he could be up there and helps with with the attack as well. So let's hope and see what Mikel will do as always. But I think Zubi up is fine, like you said. I believe Mikel will see what is best for this team, and also watch for Tuesday, because we also need to fight for Tuesday as well. So balancing this game, as long as we can get the 3 points, that's all we need, man. That's all we need. Get the 3 points in the bag and move on, and get it running. And the rest we shall talk about it next week after we have won the game. So that's what I think. Anyway, yeah, it's almost coming to the end, guys. Big up to you, Saka. Big up to everybody joining. Give big up to Lazis. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And yeah, give me your predictions and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and like the stream and hype it at the end as well. We will be back with the match reaction. after the game tomorrow as well. I mean today actually. For many people, we will be back about discussing probably. I will send a video. I haven't really posted video. I only have done live stream, but not videos. But I think I would do a predicted, and not predicted lineup, but I would do a reaction to the press conference. I'm not the press conference. How do you, why am I even losing my words? I would do the reaction to the starting 11 and give my opinion on it when it comes out at some point. So you watch out for that video and keep your eyes peeled for that when the game begins. So that at least you can have a video and you can take a look and subscribe to it and also watch it as well. And then after the game, we will have much reaction. We might be going live, or I would do a video as well. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. I mean, or today in your time. And then all will be great. So, like I was saying, a 3-0 win. I mean, I hope, man, that would be perfect. I would take it. I would take it. I would take it. Take it 3-0. For me, I'm going for. Let me see. Um, I think. Let me go for. I'm gonna actually go for. I'm gonna go for 4-1. 4-1. I think Fulham will give us chances. So, and we want more goals. I'm going for a 4-1 in my opinion. We may not get it, but even if we get one, I would be okay with it. But my prediction is a 4-1 because I know Fulham might score with Jimenez there. You know, with some of the good players that they have in there. I think they might nick one goal maybe, but we may outscore them. So I'm thinking of 4-1. I could be wrong, but that's why it's called a prediction. So predicted 11 I already gave you guys, and my score prediction is 4-1. I know it's gonna be difficult. My mind is saying 2-1, but my heart is going for 4-1. So let's see what will happen. The game is going to be massive. 3 points in the bag, guys, and we will be happy at the end of it all, and everybody will be jubilating and celebrating and waiting to watch Manchester City. Let's hope everything goes our side and goes our way, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for being here, man. I will see you again tomorrow. And one love, guys. And it's all been good. It's all been good. And I appreciate you, Laka, for being on. I appreciate everybody on the background as well who haven't typed or haven't said anything. I appreciate your time as well for watching. And on your way, like the stream. On your way, hype the stream. And also, I will get back to you tomorrow in another video or live stream. Keep your eyes peeled. One love, guys. Absolutely legend. Absolute legend to all of you. And I appreciate your time. Big up, big up. One love. I will see you.